Hi there, Jake Mullen down at CycleBar Naples, and I hope you all are having a great day. Odds are you clicked on this video because you want to get to know your bike a little bit better, and that's exactly what we're going to discuss. These are CycleBar custom-made Schwinn 2.0 intuitive pedal stroke indoor cycling bikes, and that may not mean a whole lot to you, but I'm going to explain it as we go on and on throughout the video. First things first, there is a console that when you come into class, after of course you do your bike fitting and you get yourself clipped in, that you are going to turn on. You turn on the console by hitting the top button. It's in the middle of the screen and it's on top. Once you touch that button, a monitor will turn on and you will see power output, RPMs, and gear. And that's where we're... Now here we see a power output on the top. Now that's your watts, that's your work being done. Next to that are your RPMs. We're pedaling at a very slow RPM right now of about 34, but our gear is all the way up to 11, 10 even, so it's very heavy. This is not something we would do in class, but I'm doing this to illustrate something. Watch what happens to the gear when the RPM goes faster. When I say intuitive pedal stroke, what I mean to say is the bike knows when you're working harder. So as we go up, the gear also goes up. That's not to say that more resistance is being put onto the bike. That's just calculating your work output. Thereby the power increases. I'm not at a 20 right now. I'm just pedaling hard enough. I didn't touch the resistance knob. So when somebody sees that, they panic and they take all the resistance off the bike. And when they do that, everything drops way down to zero. And now all of a sudden, they come out of class and they say, hey. When in actuality, the bike is working fine. But just try to understand that principle. When the instructor says we're climbing at a 10, and then they cue out an interval, and they say ready, set, go, and you start pedaling faster above the rhythm, say you were pedaling at 65, and then you pedaled up to 85, and you look down and you see your gear, you're like, oh my God, I can't be at an 18, that's too much gear. That's just the bike doing for you what you can't do for yourself. Gone are the days of cheating the bike. The bike is actually doing you a favor. It's helping you understand your true power output. So don't freak out when you see that and strip the resistance all the way down, because everything will go to zero and you won't get it. So what's the takeaway? The takeaway is when you come into a CycleBar indoor cycling class and a particular gear is cued, turn the resistance knob to help you get to that gear. But whenever an instructor cues you to execute an interval, just be aware that your gear is going to go up whether you touch that resistance or not, so long as you pedal faster and harder than what you were, which is exactly what an interval is designed to get you to do. High intensity interval training. That's what we do at CycleBar, 25 to 30 intervals in every class. When your gear goes up, please don't panic. And to say it in a simpler way, don't even look at it. If you feel like you can have more resistance on the bike, you probably should put more resistance on the bike. If you feel like you're riding too heavy and you can't ride the rhythm of the music right, you should probably take your resistance off a little bit. Listen to your body. Watch the instructor. Follow along with the class. I know this new technology can be daunting, and it's definitely different and new. However, it is a major advancement in premium indoor cycling classes and just fitness tracking as a whole. If you have any questions about this, you can reach out to me via email, jake.mullen@cyclebar.com, or I'm usually down at the studio at the Mercado shops, and you can just come on in and we'll give you a brief tutorial as how you can maximize your ride, maximize your experience, and thereby maximizing your result. We love you, the love is real. Remember that fitness is not a luxury, and to always move forward.